Are you tired of staring at your belly fat in the mirror and thinking no matter what you do, it just will not go away? You are not alone. Belly fat is one of the most stubborn places to lose fat, especially for beginners. And there's so many misinformation out there. People tell you things like do extreme endless crunches, go on a strict diet, or just cut out a full set of food groups. Well, today I'm going to show you exactly how to lose belly fat fast, beginner friendly advice that actually works. No gimmicks, no starving yourself, and no crazy workouts that's hard to stick to. By the end of this video, you will have a clear step-by-step plan to actually start seeing changes in your belly fat. Before we get into the tips, I want to get something straight. Losing belly fat is not about torturing yourself with endless amounts of cardio or doing 1,000,001 sit-ups. It's about creating a system that works for your body and sticking to it consistently. I've worked with beginners who tried everything under the sun and finally got results once they tried the thing that actually worked. Once they finally focused on the right things: nutrition, movement, and lifestyle habit. And that is exactly what we are going to cover today. The key to losing belly fat is to create a calorie deficit. A calorie deficit is simply just burning more calories than you consume. Most people do not know that you cannot spot reduce fat. Doing a bunch of crunches a day will not burn belly fat more than anything else. Fat loss happens throughout your whole body, and your genetics determine where you start losing fat first. So do not stress about having a flat stomach immediately. Instead, shift your focus to overall fat loss, because as your body fat percentage drops, your belly will start to flatten out naturally. Next, let's talk about mindset, because this is the area where most beginners fail in. You need to accept that fat loss takes time and it takes consistency. Trying a new trend diet every week or following random advice will just lead you to frustration. Instead, focus on building habits that you can stick to long term. Small, consistent actions beat big, unsustainable habits every single time. As an example, if you start walking 20 minutes a day and start making small, healthy changes to your meals, like swapping soda for water or adding more protein over the course of a month, you'll start noticing differences in your belly and in your energy levels. It is slow and steady, but it really does work. Belly fat is stubborn for a few reasons. First, it's highly sensitive to your hormones. High stress, a lack of sleep, and sugar-filled diets can make your body hold on to belly fat. Secondly, your body treats belly fat as a way to preserve energy. So even if you are eating less, your body may hold on to the belly fat until it sees that you are consistently in a calorie deficit. And finally, your lifestyle matters more than any single diet or any single exercise trick. The good news is you can manipulate all these factors by making simple adjustments to your nutrition, your movement, and your lifestyle as well. Truthfully, your diet is 80% of the fat loss. You could do 1,000,000 crunches, but if your eating habits are not on point, you are going to struggle to see results. I'm not going to tell you to restrict yourself to doing simple salads or just small portions. This is practical beginner tips that actually will work. First, you want to track your calories at least for a little while. For the first 1 to 2 weeks, this is not about becoming obsessive. Tracking is just a way to understand how much you are actually eating. Most beginners overestimate how many calories they burn and underestimate how much they are eating. By tracking, you get a real sense of the baseline. The key is awareness. Once you know your numbers, you can make small adjustments. And over time, these small changes will create a calorie deficit without even feeling like you are really dieting. Next thing I want you to understand is protein will be your best friend. It keeps you full longer. It helps you maintain and build lean muscle. It slightly increases your metabolism because your body burns more calories digesting protein than it does carbs or fats. Eggs, chicken, turkey, fish, and Greek yogurt are great sources of protein. Aim for 20 to 30 grams of protein per meal. This will keep your hunger in check and it will support your fat loss. Next thing I want you guys to do is to cut out all those empty calories. Empty calories are foods and drinks that do not give your body nutrients, but they are super full in sugar, refined carbs, and fats, like sodas, candies, pastries, coffee drinks, and fast foods. These are some of the fastest ways to store belly fat because your body uses the sugar for energy and stores the rest as fat. You don't have to eliminate these foods completely, but if your goal is to lose belly fat, cutting them down or saving them for special occasions will make a huge difference. And remember, fiber is your friend too. Fiber is a key ingredient in fat loss because it slows digestion and it keeps you full. This means you're less likely to snack in between meals or overeat. High fiber foods include vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and beans. Aiming for at least 25 to 30 grams of fiber per day will help your belly fat journey immensely. Plus, fiber is great for your digestion and your overall gut health. which sometimes affects bloating in your stomach area. Hydration matters. Water is one of the simplest ways to see results. Sometimes your body will confuse thirst with being hungry. You may think you're hungry, decide to eat a snack, and it turns out your body just needed some water. Aim for at least 64 ounces of water per day. If you are exercising, add a little bit more to replace the sweat. Drinking water before meals can also help you eat less. This is because it fills your stomach a little bit more before you even start eating. Avoid extreme diets. Extreme diets are hard to maintain and often lead to binge eating or just frustration. Instead, aim for a moderate approach. Reduce sugar and processed foods, eat whole nutrient-dense meals, and include carbs and healthy fats in moderation. Track your progress beyond the scale. Do not obsess over the scale alone. Belly fat can be stubborn, and sometimes the scale will not move much in the beginning due to water retention or muscle gain. Instead, track your progress by taking waist measurements, progress photos, and just noticing how your clothes fit. These methods will help you stay motivated and give you a real sense of how your belly fat is changing. Alright, now let's get into the part that everybody thinks they need to start with, and that is the workout. You do not need to overwork yourself in a gym in order to lose belly fat. You don't need to do crazy HIIT routines, and you definitely do not need to work out 2 hours a day. Movement is meant to help you burn calories, stay consistent, and build a lean routine and build lean muscle. And the best part is beginners actually see results the fastest because the body is not used to these habits yet. So even just small changes will make a big difference. Walking is your secret weapon. I don't care what anybody on TikTok says, walking is one of the best forms of exercise for fat loss. You don't need a gym, you don't need weights, you don't even need money, you just need to get up and move. Walking helps you burn calories without stressing your joints, reduce cortisol, which lowers belly fat, improve digestion, and stay consistent because it's easy and it's low effort. Strength training is also a great belly fat burner. This is where your long-term fat loss really starts to kick in. When you lift weights or do any sort of resistant training, your body builds lean muscle. The more muscle you have, the more calories you burn, even at rest. Belly fat burns from building muscle all over your body. For beginners, start with 2 or 3 full body workouts a week. Also, add in core training, but do it the right way. Core training is not what burns belly fat, but it does help tighten the muscles underneath. Instead of doing a whole bunch of crunches, focus on stabilizing and functional core movements. One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is forcing themselves into workouts that they hate, and that's why they end up quitting. That's why it's really good to do a workout that you somewhat enjoy. I want you guys to remember this. You do not have to be perfect, you just have to be consistent. Small daily actions will be random bursts of efforts every single time. If you start applying even just half of what I talked about today, you're going to see changes in your stomach, your energy, and in your confidence. Belly fat is not permanent. It's not something that you're stuck with. It's just the result of habits, and that means it can be changed with better habits. Give yourself time, give yourself grace, and give yourself the chance to actually succeed. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.